Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, or whenever you're watching this live stream or interview with Marco Nova. This is apparently it's episode 7, but I'm repeating this episode, so I've called it 7A. Hey, that's me, techie. And version control and all of that. So, what do I do? My name is Sudha, and I help entrepreneurs use technology effectively so that they can have a personal, financial, and time freedom. I do business automation, online courses. I mainly work with speakers, authors, coaches, and consultants. If you want to turn your expertise into online course or recurring income as a membership site, please do get in touch with me. Um, I've got a YouTube channel where I talk about SEO and local SEO, YouTube SEO, and other things, digital strategies and digital platforms. That is me, and I am going to bring in Marco. He was very kind to come online again repeatedly on 2 weeks. I'm so grateful. Before I get him on, I would like to tell you a little bit about Marco. Marco is one of those individuals who personifies live streaming. I think he live streams so many times in a week, and I see him and it's like he's always live streaming. What does he get out of it? Was my first thought, and then I thought I do need to get this guy on my show and talk about live streaming, how it can help speakers like us, authors and coaches, to put out our expertise out there, increase our brand awareness, and also be do the content marketing, because we are expertise, we talk about many things, but when it comes to video or when it comes to blogging, we almost shy away from that. So I wanted that option to be available for everyone. Once you know what it is and that fear level goes a little bit down, and then you can venture out. So here you go, Marco. Hi.
Hello.
I love
How
your
are you?
cap, Be Live cap. Thank you very much for coming back again. Really appreciate that. I've got my
Well,
headphones now,
okay,
so I should not
perfect.
get the audio
Me
loop.
too. Well, it's a pleasure. It's an honor to be here. Hopefully, I want to bring some insight, some inspiration for you to face these challenging days and to understand how live streaming can help you doing this.
So, Marco, you've done almost 300 broadcasts and
More,
100 and
more than that.
more. Okay, that's what you've given me. More than 120. Oh no, you've said more than 300 broadcasts. I should have read that.
No
And
problem.
120 interviews and guests. Number one, how do you find time? And number two, what are the benefits of live streaming?
Well, we have I don't know how a proverb. It's how do you say?
What do you mean?
Wise the folk wise the wise folk used to say when
Wise folk.
when
Sorry.
when you want to do,
Yeah,
you find a way. When you don't, you find an excuse. So
that's very, very well put. I was one of those people um, uh, who found all excuses, who told I don't see many people, so I don't speak. I've been speaking for a while. Live streaming has become a challenge for me, or being on video has become a challenge for me in many ways. But video marketing is a lot easy to rank, and it is less competitive, so you have got more brand awareness as well, because people can see you, they feel that they can touch you as well, because you're an that's a really creepy thought.
Yeah,
of people touching
yeah,
it.
but
But anyway, so you become tangible from intangible of
absolutely.
reading the blogs and seeing you on, on a small TV or even laptop makes it becomes tangible. Why did you start live streaming? Tell us
Well,
your story.
I've told I tell this story all the time because people ask me often. It was September 2015. I was looking at my feed on Facebook, and a friend of mine shared a post. Look, I'm here on Blab. Join me. Then I went there. I was looking at the conversation, and then he asked, "Do you want to join?" And I said, "Of course, let's go." And my
Yeah.
God, it was amazing. I think it's one of the biggest things about live streaming is the joy you get, mostly when with some guests or in a talk show. Like I was on that situation. We were four people on screen, two
Yeah.
from Portugal, two from Brazil,
Yeah.
and it was amazing. I think it's so good that it's too bad not taking advantage of it.
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
it's
that's the when I started, I found it the very first one was dreadful. And then I didn't have anyone like your friend. I wish I had a friend who would. I mean, everyone started talking. How are you doing? And I thought I'm doing something creepy, of going live. And then I thought, oh no, I can't do this anymore. And there was a tech challenges as well. But you multi-stream on different platforms, you multi-stream or live stream on different languages as well, don't you? You do
yeah,
Portuguese,
absolutely.
Spanish, and
And English.
English.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you manage? How do you manage? How, like, are people the same, or it seems to be a little bit freaky question to ask. Are people uh, have got the same fears, or is it different fears each whenever you go live on each platforms or
Well,
languages?
it's I started only on well, I started on Blab, okay,
Okay.
but it was a short experience because they went down in few months.
Okay.
They then I went to Facebook when they allowed me. I've
Uh-huh.
been on Facebook for I late in 2016. Since there, then I'm there,
Yeah.
and I made a few on YouTube also,
Yeah.
Instagram, and in late December. I mean, I got the availability to do it on LinkedIn, and that's when I started using multi-streaming at the same
Okay.
time, simultaneously. If you are okay with live streaming, if you have experience, if you know how to manage, I don't think it's a problem. If you're
Mm-hmm.
starting, please, I think it's not the best way to start because you have to manage. The one thing about live streaming is that you should manage at least four things.
Yeah.
It's
So
the
what are the four things?
internet, it's the knowledge you should share, okay?
Yeah.
It's the being live to talk with people, and somehow a tool you need to work with so there's too many things to manage. If you multiply this for any platform,
Yes.
you get
Yeah.
overwhelmed, you get scared. The mistakes may come, and they
Yeah.
could scare you, and it could be not so good. Please, to start, just one, and it's okay because most of the people don't even are doing that. So
Yeah. Yeah,
it's
that's true.
a thing about the languages. Well, as you know, I'm Portuguese. I
Yes.
started creating content in Portuguese,
Yeah.
but when I started doing live streaming, I even today it's the most difficult country for me to get guests, and I do the invitations is Portugal. So
Yeah.
funny. I send
Yeah, you sent me
invitations.
Portugal invitation as well. I had to translate everything, okay, so that you're
Eh,
not cussing me or doing anything, saying something stupid, and I say hi.
People, I made invitations. Some just read my messages, don't answer me, but it's okay.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
I understand that Spain was on my side. I live an half an hour from Spain.
yeah,
I I speak Spanish not so bad, and it's for me strategic to do this in multiple languages, is to get a broader audience, to get broad network, because live streaming is also an amazing tool, the most powerful I know online to make networking.
yeah. We'll come to the benefits
Okay,
or tips a little bit later.
so
So tell me, what made you like? You said it is broader audience, making more friends, and also growing your network. What made you? What was the difficulty? Number one, and what was advantages? We can talk about the advantages. There'll be more. What were the difficulties for you when you started?
well, it's the biggest one. I think it was to do it all alone, because it's a little bit boring.
Yeah,
It's easier, it's more fun when you do together with someone. It's more insightful also,
yeah,
and we should think all the time about this. The most important is what you have to share with people.
yes,
Okay, uh, the other things, they will come. So it was a little bit boring doing this all alone, speaking to, okay, let's go. And at the beginning you have no audience,
yeah,
or few audience, so it's not that good to be talking to no one. But you have to do that. So I think for me it was the most hard thing at the beginning. Okay, then everything goes okay. I start getting guests, and it's amazing. And it's another advantage is how you can learn from this. Okay, because you have people who knows something that you don't, who have another point of view about things that you don't know.
hmm,
And for instance, we get free consultant on our side.
yeah,
It's also an amazing thing when you want to do personal branding, or even corporate branding. Why? Because when you have a guest, there's that thing that I call the authority translation, or
yeah.
transfers. So
Transformation. Yeah,
yeah, so people will see, oh, okay, let's see, if someone who is good is with this guy, he has or she has something. Okay,
yeah,
so it's good. But I think the biggest takeaways you get from this, it's friends. It's
hmm,
amazing.
yeah.
The network you build. I got, it was Monday the 17th
Hmm.
nationality on my show,
Okay.
from from all over the world. It's the knowledge you get. It's amazing. And for those of you who are, oh, I don't have time to generate content. One thing about live streaming, I used to say, it's almost 100% productivity, productive process. I mean,
Yeah.
if you are recording a video, to get a video of 5 minutes, you will spend 2 hours at least.
Yes.
When you're doing live streaming, almost everything you do will become content, good content, useful content. Okay, maybe
Yes.
you should cut the beginning or the end, the bye bye, and so
I
on.
don't even
Maybe,
do that.
yeah. But almost everything is uh, content, valuable content. You don't waste that time on process. For instance, if I have to record a 1 minute video, my tongue gets stuck 100 times. I
Yeah.
start, okay, Today we're gonna talk about online video. It's and people don't expect you to be that good or don't want that perfection when you're doing live streaming.
Streaming.
So
Yeah.
it's amazing. Another thing, when you're live streaming, people feel, as you said, more close to you. They are more willing and more available to talk with you, to give
Yeah.
you also insights. I mean, you are talking about something. Oh, please let me know on comments which questions you have, doubts, comments, and everything. And people will get and start sharing with you. They will give
Yes.
you more ideas to more content to help them.
Mm. Mm.
Okay,
Mm.
so it's a retroalimentation. I don't know, retrofeeding. I don't know.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So it's more of when you see engaging, you feel that there are people who care about you as well. So it's more responsiveness. That responsiveness which you get of this makes it a lot more easier, and have got that emotional connection
Absolutely.
to deal with as well. So if a person is going to start live streaming today after watching you, like, this guy is crazy, he's doing it in 3 languages, he's doing it on multiple platforms, I should at least do it on one platform, and at least once a week instead of 4 or 5 weeks, to sorry, 4 or 5 days in a week. What would your first advice be? What would your first tip be? That what should I
If
what
you
should they
never
do?
made video, don't start live streaming today.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, because okay,
Okay. What?
if you made video, if you are okay with video, okay, do it. It's not a problem. If you are afraid of cameras and everything, don't start today. The last week I made a not scientific formula.
I know. I'm laughing because I saw that. Okay, well, as this guy has just gone nuts. Lockdown has made him fool. Funny.
Well, you don't need to share that kinds of stuffs, but it's good for you. I came up with this idea because it's difficult to us to watch a video, watch us and mostly listen to us. It's our voice recorded seems weird, but it
Uh-huh.
happens to all of us. It's not just
Yeah.
you. Okay, don't
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
don't be not be afraid, scared about that. And one thing to get used to that and to get used to see you on camera and to make eye contact with camera and okay, to generate this connection, a record during a week
Yeah.
from 5 to 10 videos using. But one thing for me, it's important: use the lenses, the filters, the stupid filters, crazy filters from Snapchat stories and every stupid TikTok,
Platforms.
those platforms who can make you look silly, because it's the
Yes.
point, it's to make you silly. Why? Because you okay, you will have fun for sure. You don't have to publish the videos, just make the video and then watch it 1 time, 2 times, as many times as you want, 5 to 10 per day. You will get used to it, you will have fun, you will get addicted. And then when you have to do it in a more serious tone, it will
Yeah.
be easier for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, during 1 week, this training, this
Yeah, that's
routine,
that's really good. Yeah.
and then you can go live, for instance, on Instagram, which is more easy, or on your mobile. I think it's a nice way to start live streaming on your mobile, because
Yes.
it's okay, just because if you go to the desktop, okay, let me check this, oh, it's not good, let me change this, okay, oh, my hair. On the cell phone, you just have to, but okay, let's push the go live button
Yes.
and start. talking with people, ask how is the weather, how are they, because today it's really good to understand, to ask people. We want to be asked how we are
Yeah.
doing and everything, and try to, okay, how are you? Oh, I'm good. And what are you doing? Oh, I'm doing this. Oh, and how do you are overcoming this challenge? And then try to tell how you're doing, what you're
Yeah.
doing, and everything. Try to start that at that moment, helping them.
Yeah.
Don't try to sell anything, please.
Yes.
Don't be silly.
Yeah, no, I know the feeling. I really know the feeling. So first thing they can do is make funny videos, and just record. They don't have to post it on the
Absolutely no.
any platforms whatsoever. And the second tip was use your cell phone. Just push the go live button and just go live and be casual about it. What would be your third tip?
Start planning. Okay, maybe during that live streaming through cell phone,
Yeah.
maybe people will start coming with recurring questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so start writing down them. Okay, and then,
Oh,
okay, I had this question 10 times, this question 5 times, for instance.
yes.
Okay, let
Yeah.
me start planning doing something about this topic.
Yes.
Oh, okay. How to start live streaming? People ask me often about it. Okay, let's
Yes.
make here. You just have to write down some topics, some
Yeah.
bullet points. Okay,
Uh-huh.
this, and this. Okay, today I'm gonna do it more structured, and
Yeah.
I will be sharing my knowledge about it. Train it.
Yeah.
You don't have to read a script. It's not about that, please. You don't
Yes.
have to
Yeah.
be okay. My suggestions for you to start live streaming is, please start with recording videos, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, because people will get bored and it will not engage. Okay, but give the topic, the the bullet, and then explain blah 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 blah. Another
Yeah.
bullet, blah 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 blah. And at the end, okay, today we have been talking about how to start live streaming.
Yeah.
My suggestion: do this, and this. Okay, bye bye. See you. Please let me know what do you think about it. It's really important when you're doing this to
Yeah.
ask people questions, because they may feel a little bit shy, and you get to push them to talk. So
But
it's
yeah.
good to at least show that you're open to listen to them, to read them, and everything. And please, if you like it, let me know. Show some love, show some affection about this. Uh, it's important to tell this. But I think it's mostly when you're starting, it's good to plan. You will feel more comfortable, more, how do I say, secure, more confident
Yes.
if you plan. If you, okay, let's talk about this, okay, because it's also good to go straight forward, not to be talking about the beginning of the world. If you want to talk about live streaming, you don't have to. About the history of humankind,
Yeah.
it's good to, okay, let's talk about this, and this, because at the beginning it's good. When you get used to this, the things will go almost automatically.
Yeah.
What do I going to talk today? This one thing, it's good for you. I'm doing this by now. I'm always improving and figuring out how I can do it, my framework better, or optimize my time. One thing I'm doing now, I open a Google Doc sheet,
Yeah.
and I write down the title and the topics. Why? Because one day, maybe,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Uh-huh.
will make a blog post about it. I don't have to go look at the video to see what I talked about. Okay, I have my
Yeah.
topics. I've talked about this. Let me write down. Brr. it's a good way. One thing about this on live streaming is to optimize and to take the maximum advantage of doing this. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you plan well, for instance, my suggestion with the audio of your live streaming, you can make a podcast.
Yeah.
You can make some nugget videos. So if you plan right, thinking, okay, at the end of this live streaming, I want to have 10 small videos about something. I want to have a podcast, and I have to I want to have a blog post. Okay, I need to make my content do with this, and this. Okay, so at the end, it will be easier for you to manage all this process, to make all the other contents based on the content you just made.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's important to plan this and to figuring. I'm all the time. I guess I spend more time thinking how to reframe the work, how to improve the process, how to improve everything, than thinking about the live streaming.
Yes. Yeah.
I think it's really important to think it, because it's a little bit nonsense to don't reuse this content.
Yeah. Repurpose. Yeah.
Okay, because you know that by today, but well, today not so many people are listening to, but maybe also they, because we don't spend too much time on car, on the the metro and so on. But podcast, it's an amazing way to consume and to share content. So if you have the audio on live video and in every kind of video should be good. It's really important. It's more important than the image, because
Yeah.
if I had the hand, maybe you still listen to the video.
Yeah.
But if I put my hand here, maybe you don't watch the video or listen or whatever.
Yeah, that was one of the reason for us to come second time here, is because the audio was the last one was like crap. Even though there's been an average of 10 minutes watch on YouTube on that crappy audio, and I felt so sad for the people who have watched 10 minutes of that video. So I thought, oh, I've got to get him. So you don't read a script, have a planning, just go live. And do you use any tools for because you do multiple languages, do you do subtitles, or have you tried that before? And I know I've asked this question hundreds times to you, but you've got a couple of tips there.
Okay.
Would you be able to share that with me?
I because there's I think we should always think about this, is how many time do I have?
Yeah. How much time? Yeah, that's true.
How much time? Yes. What do I like to do?
Yeah.
And what do I get from doing this? Okay. Subtitling videos, it's a time-consuming thing. Translating and subtitling, my God.
Yeah.
If you don't like to edit, oh my God, my God. I have to be, I as usual, I'm very honest about it.
Yes.
What you can do, there's a tool, there are more, but I like to talk about two tools which are for me really nice. One is Web Captioner, who makes in real time audio transcription. Okay. You can use it as if you make it's not so easy process. So if you are starting, please forget about it. You can do a screen capture because you can use it on a Chrome tab. You can do a screen capture, and you could put it like a kind of footer here on the video in real time, and
Oh.
it made the transcription, but it misspelled some words.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so the problem is it is recorded, and then you cannot edit the subtitles. Okay,
Yeah.
what you can do, you can open a tab on
Yeah.
Chrome. You just hit the button transcription, then you start live video. It records the audio. If you have a thing like this, a audio card, it
Yeah.
can also record the audio from your guest. So it makes the whole transcription,
Yeah.
and then you can use the text. You should edit
I
the
can
text.
upload it.
You should edit the text to see if everything is okay, and you can use the subtitles. You can do this process also on Google Docs. If you go to tools,
Yeah.
it has voice writing or something.
Yes. Yeah.
Two
Transcriber.
options.
Yeah.
Another thing you can do is there's a screen capture recording, video recording called Screencast-O-Matic.
Yeah.
He allows you also to, for instance, you get this video, you slice on different videos. For instance, one idea, okay, poof. This one, another idea, good. And you can also subtitle, put closed captions. What does he do? He sends the audio to Google. Google AI makes the transcription, and it sends it back to this tool. It allows you to edit, because it has a timeline. You can change anything that it should be changed, but it's a nice shortcut for you to do your work.
Okay.
Screencast-O-Matic.
Yeah. Screencast-O-Matic.
It's a nice tool for me. It's one of the
I've written it down. I will send you the spelling so you can get back to me whether I've got that right or not. So you've given us so much information. First thing is the 4 things which we need to consider is internet bandwidth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Subject we are going to talk about, the platforms where we are going to talk or start with, and the computer itself with decent or laptop or mobile or something, some device to do the live streaming. The benefits, you told us many benefits. One being brand awareness and creating network, which I stopped you. I will come back to that question after I finish the summarizing what I'm trying to say here. And also making yourself known as an expert when you are on other people's show. Not only making friends, it's also having a free consultancy from an expert who is on your show. He or she is not only giving you the advice about how you can do things, and we learn all the time. There is no competition as such. People think, oh, she does SEO, I do SEO. If I become friends, they might steal my ideas. It's not about stealing the ideas, it's about doing things efficiently. You can only do it when we are in a team. The efficiency come as one person, productivity and efficiency goes down massively. So that those are the benefits, and I'm not going to go and list all of that. So tell us,
can I add something, Sudha, please?
Yes.
About that thing of competition and everything. I have 2 examples for you to listen about these things about. And in Portugal, it's really common. It's amazing, because people talk about this. Oh, it's the secret. I won't share my secret with you. I used to say about this, and I'm get really pissed about it, because there's things that I believe. One thing I used to say, look, I've been looking to Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo playing, training almost every day. I've seen these guys playing, training, everything almost every day. I can't play like them. I can't. I can't. Even though I get from the sunrise
Yeah.
till the sunset
Practice, yeah.
practicing, I won't be like them. So if you're afraid that people will do what you do, will copy you because you're showing out, you're not doing such an amazing thing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
totally agree with you. I've got this even yesterday. People were like, "Oh my God, she does the same thing as I do." I was like, "No,
And
it's not."
the second thing,
I really, yeah,
I've been doing live streaming since 2015. I
yes,
see so few people doing this,
yeah,
so I'm not afraid to still still
it's,
doing it. It's
yeah,
I don't see any problem. Please don't think. One thing is important. Yes, is first figuring out how will you make money doing this. Please, it's important because if you get used to give it everything for free and don't think, okay, I'm doing this, and in 10 days, in today, it doesn't matter. Please understand and make your audience, your viewer, understand that you also need to hit. You
yeah,
have things to pay. Okay,
yeah,
so make that clear to you and to your audience. Okay, I'm doing
yeah,
this because tomorrow I want to sell this.
yes,
Okay,
good,
of course you don't have to be buy from me. Okay, now I have this one. No, it's amazing, buy it. No, but it's important to make the map. Okay, today
yeah,
I'm creating this because tomorrow I want to sell this. It's
yes,
important. And also, people don't get committed in with the things you give for free. It's really, really difficult. So
yes.
it's important
I
also to
completely
understand
understand.
this.
Yes. Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much. That was brilliant. Oh, tell us about which where I rudely stopped you, where you said you grow the network through live streaming and you grew network as well. We, if not for live streaming, we would not be friends, or we would not be doing this interview, or I would not have come on your show either. So how do you think speakers, authors, or consultants can grow their network through live streaming?
Connecting with people. I think, for instance, I've been sleeping about LinkedIn late since January. I started working LinkedIn as nice, and so many contacts, so many business ideas are coming. Even by these days, the things are coming. So many people asking me about live streaming.
Yeah, you should make it as a coaching package, Marco.
It's amazing, but that's it. I think it's a nice way to. It's really important. Pay attention. One day I was listening. I was traveling. I was heading to Spain, and I was listening podcasts, and I was listening Gary Vaynerchuk, and someone asked him which content he used to consume and books, and he said, "Oh, I'm not on books. I'm not on watching the others' content." Okay, what I take I pay attention to one thing: comments. And it's amazing. It made me think how powerful comments are. For instance, you're a newbie, you want to start.
Yeah.
You don't have any idea how to start, which topics to talk about it, which tone, anything. My suggestion: go to your experts, to your gurus, and first look what they are doing.
Yeah.
The subject they talk about it. How do they make it? Go to comments and look what people are saying about. Start giving insights also. Oh, I love, but please don't comment as I used to see. Oh, so good. Oh, hands up for you. No, if you want to start and want to get noticed, of course, if you are well known, if you are short on time to say, oh, nice content, it's okay. But if you want to start get some lights on you, you should bring some value. Oh, I liked your post because this, and this. And for instance, you can add some of your experience, some of example you should want to bring to the conversation. And people will start looking at you, oh, who is this guy?
Yeah, to be frank with, we've got a very small social media mastermind network where we've got only about 8 people in that. This is the experiment I started with. If anyone is posting the link there and we go comment on their post on any of the platforms, I was very particular how you comment as well. As you say, comment sensibly as if you've listened to the video. Sometimes people go and comment totally irrelevant. They just talk about them. They don't even, there is no connection about the video, so it's not useful for me. So it is better to give your perspective on that rather than thinking about just commenting for the sake of commenting. That's beautiful. That's very, very good advice, Marco. Great.
Yeah, and it's good for you to start because you will get comfortable. It's not so risky.
Yes.
It's not so risky, and you get people will comment your comments. Okay, you get insights about what you're saying, and if you get validation, okay, oh, people like what I say. Oh, let's do by myself. All by myself. So it's an amazing way for you. And for instance, it's one of the ways I'm doing by now on LinkedIn to get guests on my show. So people start noticing me.
Now I know the secret, Marco.
Yeah. One thing, and I like to be honest all the time.
Yes.
As I said before, be intentional in any action you make. Okay? Yes. Of course, it doesn't have to be about, Sudha, I want to make business with you. I want to make $1 million with you. It's not about it. But
yes,
maybe we have something that could help the other.
Yes.
Let's get together.
Yep.
Okay? And that's how you be on comments. It's an amazing way to start connection.
Yeah.
Okay, because in 1 month, 2 months, 15 days, you will ask someone, you can send a message, look, I've been following you. And oh, yes, you are, because I've seen you.
I've seen your comments. Yeah.
I know who you are.
Yes.
It's important. Okay. So it's, of course, by now, there are people that I go right to the DM and I say hello, and they know me because one thing about live, it's another thing about live streaming that is very good. You don't have to prove anyone that you're doing because it's there.
Yes.
Okay. Because for instance, if you know that, Sudha, if you are, I work on SEO. What's that? What's the aim? Are you really there? Are you really working on that?
Yes. Yeah.
What will you do? Put a camera here? Okay. Let me. Oh, look, I'm working.
Yeah.
On live streaming, you don't have to prove anything. It's there.
Yes, that's one of the things. You don't need recommendation. This is so easy for people who are struggling, who are even starting, to be frank with that. They're trying, oh, I don't have recommendations. I don't have testimonials. You don't need any of that. You create that by showing your expertise. That is one of the best advice.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. We've been on for 45 minutes now.
Oh, it's not
It's crazy. I love talking to you, Marco.
it's not much. I have my record. It's 4 hours on Facebook, and it stopped because Facebook didn't allow us more.
Oh,
It's true. We were talking on the studio. It was on Be Live.
yeah.
By those days, StreamYard wasn't even born, I think.
Yes.
And we were talking blah 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 blah. And someone on Facebook commenting, "We are not seeing you. Are you there?" And we thought, "Oh my god!" But yeah, it's. I think it's so good. You don't even notice the time passing.
Yeah, that is true. That's exactly true. I really love. I think as you said once, when you started live streaming, it's your first um, falling in love at the first sight was your phrase.
Love at first life.
Yeah, love at first sight. Yes,
Live.
or live. Sorry,
Love at
love
first
at
live.
first live. So it was a very interesting phrase because mine was not love at first live. It was love at being comfortable.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. Please.
Uh, but I didn't stop. I didn't stop. I put up with it. I had doubts. I'm not going to say that. At one point, I was thinking, I'm going to stop. And then friends said, whatever you're doing is good. Just keep going. That made me overthink on things. Okay, I've got to do a quality. People are watching, even though they're not commenting, they're not looking at it in detail. People are watching. And from start of this year, I started doing multi-streaming and also posting it on YouTube as well. So people, if you are on YouTube, Marco is on YouTube as well. He has got two channels, one in English and other one is in Spanish or Portuguese.
Well, the main channel it's in those three different languages. I have another one which is a little. I should take care of my YouTube channels. I'm so bad about it.
Oh no, I know about that. Tell me about it.
And the other channel is all it's just in Spanish because there's a huge Spanish community, Spanish speaking community. It's an amazing community, and I made, but I have to invest more time on that because it pays out having a nice YouTube channel. So I have to be there. About this you told before, Sudha, about feeling, oh, I suck, I'm not good, and everything. Okay, I have to admit, I love being
Someone
on.
disliked my video.
I have to admit, I'm a stage animal. I love performing. I love being on stage. It's for me. It's if you say to me, okay, you have two options: an audience with 10,000 people and an audience with 10 people. I will say to you, give me the 10,000 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love being in. It's my comfort zone. I don't need to get out of my comfort zone. I know. I admit this. I know that most of the people are not like me.
Yes.
Okay. So I respect one thing about this, and you should take this. Everybody should take this. Please respect your journey, your process, your progress. Respect, but truly respect. Don't try to be like someone else who's doing this for years, because it's disrespecting yourself.
Yes.
Because you could not do the same way, because it's like it is. Even those guys who are driving a car 300 miles an hour, like the F1 pilots, they started but on a small karting doing it's important to understand this.
Yes.
And one thing I laugh, as I said yesterday on my video I made, I laugh at the videos I made at the beginning. I laugh. I don't feel
Yeah.
shy. I don't feel ashamed, because that's how I started. I truly respect that, because
Yes.
come on, I made it. While some of stupid things are laughing because you started, because you give that step ahead and you said, okay, I will start. Let's do it with all I have now. Let's do it.
Yes.
Some may laugh at you. Oh, he's or she's full. Oh, silly, look, stupid videos. But you started. You
Yeah.
have my consideration, and I
Yes.
understand how difficult it is. Even
Yeah.
though I admit that I liked the being here,
Yeah.
and it's another thing. Respect your progress, your process. Respect, but truly respect. Understand that when you start, you suck.
Yeah.
It's how it is. And in
Yes.
2 years, you will laugh about it, and you will see, oh, how I made it. How much how I improved.
Yeah, live streaming or having video progression or having YouTube channel, having those journey, you can go back and look at it and think, oh my God, I've made such an improvement, which you don't see in your blogs, which you don't see
It's
in other form of content, but only video makes
one.
it so,
Do you
on
know?
podcast as well,
Yeah,
to an extent.
but do you know one thing? Do you know one thing that really and all, again? It was told by Weinerschuk, and I say, oh, I like. I used to do this also. He likes to go to content he made some years ago,
Yeah.
predictions. Let's see those predictions I made. And I do this, and thankfully, I was right.
Yes.
And oh my God, I feel so good. Oh, look, because I made the damn content, I made the reflection, I made my predictions, and look what I said a year
And
ago.
it's true now. Yeah.
And it's so good. And why is this? Because I made something. Not because I'm a genius, but because I made something. Because
Yes.
I think that you may know someone like this. Oh, I've been talking about this a year ago, and I say, really, where?
Yeah.
Where?
You don't have evidence. It also gives you your expertise of how long you've been doing, how long you've thought through this, what type of visionary you are, what type of leader you are in your business. Every business owner is a leader on its own sense. This makes it a lot more easier to confirm your expertise. I told you 10 years ago, or I told you
It's
not 10
there.
years ago,
It's
I
there.
told you a year ago, it's there. So that is one of the things. I am so amazed by even my last year video to today. When I make a video, it's there's a vast difference of how I deal with things, how I say things. Some of the time it does throw me out. I'm just a human, to be frank with, but it gives me that confidence to say, ah, I did that. So it is brilliant. Marco, before we close, I want you to oh God, let me open this. I forget all the time to open. So God, please bear with me, people. Okay. What is the best piece of advice you've ever received from someone? You're full of advice, but what advice did you get from other people which you follow still?
Well, I think it was I talked about this. I think it was Monday again. I think you know Lottie. Her.
Yeah, Lottie.
And
Yeah, I know her. Yeah.
I we were talking about this, about the imposter syndrome, and it came to my mind a conversation I had with my father. It was 11 years ago, or something.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to go to my first training
Mm-hmm.
as a trainer. I
Yes.
was scared. I was, oh my God, frightened. Oh, it was. He stared at me because he noticed
Yeah.
it. He was my father. He knows me, and he told me, because my father was also really straight to the point. He doesn't put flowers and romance as I am. If I have to say something, I say as I want to say.
As I say, you see it. Yeah.
So he stared at me. Look, you will be the person on that room who knows best what you're talking about. So stop being a sissy.
Aw.
One thing, maybe it's not your case. Maybe in your on your field, someone knows more than you, of course. But no one has your experience.
Yes.
What you went through your life, only you have this. So
Yep.
use it.
That's brilliant advice. Great. What is the book you first read, or what you're reading right now?
Right now, I'm reading "Crushing It" by Gary Vaynerchuk. Precisely. I think there's one thing about him. He's really straightforward with his ideas. It's a really smart guy. It's amazing. And even though sometimes he overput things, for instance, you have to make 1,000 pieces of content per day. Of course, it's impossible because you don't have a team to do this. But the message, which lays on this, is you should make content as much as you can.
Yeah.
Okay, it's important, and some people take things too literally.
Yeah.
But I love to find the meaning which make him to do this, or to understand the intention. Why did he say this?
Yeah.
Not just take the words, but the
Yeah.
meaning. It's
Of
important.
yeah.
And he sometimes he exaggerates, but I like to take the meaning of things, just not the words.
Yeah, that's very important. My mom used to say, if you want to do something this level, you've got to strive to be in this level so that you will
Absolutely.
do this.
Absolutely.
You're not short of it, but you've done something instead of nothing. You've and then you can strive. Okay, I've got to go up, and this is going to go up all the time. That is, and consistency is the key, to be frank with it. If you're not consistent, no one is going to believe that you do what you do, and they are going to say, yeah,
I
it's
made a video about that 2 years ago.
did you?
Yeah,
Okay, the
yeah.
last question I've
Consistency is
got.
key. Yeah.
Yeah, consistency is the key. And the last question I've got is, what is your biggest pet peeve? I know you've talked about many things about I can't practice, and I can't be the same as the professional footballer even if I practice for so long, and competition and all of that. Pet peeve is more of what you don't like in others, which they do repeatedly, not in a cynical way, but you think, if only they are so expert, if only they do this. For example, my pet peeve is, if only you just embrace technology, you'll be all right.
I think it's how people get skeptical from things that they don't even look at. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been talking about this live video for years. Since the first time I made it, I felt in love with this. And sometimes, even on trainings, people paid me to be on my trainings, and they start arguing with me about things that I know, about things that I'm doing, and they are working, and they argue with me, and they oh no, it's not like that. I don't believe you, or kind of, and I think, what the fuck? I one thing, and I praise this. My point of view, my expertise, my experience is not your experience, okay? But don't put my experience in jeopardize, okay?
Yes. Yeah.
I
It
don't
is.
accept it.
Yeah, this that is always there with many people. They do that. I really don't have a clue why they do it, or just for the sake of argument they're doing it. I don't have a clue. It really annoys me
Humans
to
are weird.
the end. Oh, yeah, they are. I completely agree with you. Thank you very much, Marco. Thanks for coming again. And
It's a
I've got to
pleasure.
get you back again to talk about monetizing these live streaming. So we touched it very lightly here, and if we could
Okay,
get you on back to do monetizing the live stream, that'll be great. So that way people will know how they can
perfect, perfect.
monetize there,
I also
how they
have
can
a video on
strategize.
that.
No, you're not sending me the video. You're coming in person.
No, it's in Spanish, so
Yeah. So we can get you on, or I can get you on the stream and talk about it. I'm gonna take you
absolutely.
off now and finish off the
Okay, bye
show.
bye.
Bye,
Keep
Marco.
stay home, stay
Stay
home,
home.
and keep safe.
Brilliant. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much. It has gone beyond my usual time because I so like Marco in many ways where our ideas, our principles almost match in a way. So that's why whenever he suggests something about live streaming, I just take it as if it's written on blood, and I apply it as well. But I really want all of you to start the streaming. Just as Marco said, just try doing funny videos. Put it on TikTok. Everyone and anyone likes TikTok videos. So just go put it on. It gives you that confidence to be on the video. I wish I had done that. And don't start with video, as Marco said as well. It takes time. You kind of find faults in doing video. Just do live stream. It is more casual, it's more flexible in many ways if you're starting out with. So that is my piece of advice. If it's of any I'm just borrowed it from Marco, to be frank with, don't tell him. So that's exactly what I would do as well. I am so grateful you stayed. There were a few people who were staying throughout, and some came and went back. If you're watching on replay, hashtag replay. If you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do, people. I love your comments, and please do put your comments there. And third thing is this is going on all the platforms. So if you think any of your friends or colleagues or associates would like this, please do share this video. And if you want the YouTube video, just come back to me and I'll give you, because sometimes live streams on Facebook page and also other platforms just disappear after you've got to go down to find it. So just ask me the link, I'll give you the link. That's all I've got to share with you today. Until next time, be safe, be at home, and see this as an opportunity rather than, oh my God, this is a disaster. Many of you I know are seeing it that way. I know media is the one thing which is making it a lot more. Don't fear. Fear is one of the things which gets your immunity down. So just be at home, just go for a walk, or just watch a TV if that's what you want to do. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, be merry. Bye.